Living on a barrier island like Gasparilla Island in the 1890s had its challenges. The biggest challenge was where and how to get fresh water. Most of the island's fresh water came from seasonal rainstorms and not freshwater wells. People need fresh water in order to live. So how did people on the island in the 1890s get their fresh water when it wasn't raining? Some people tried digging a well, but wells dug on the island usually resulted in brackish or salt water. You could bring fresh water by boat from the mainland in barrels, but the trip was long and dependent upon the weather. Or maybe you could find a way to collect and store that precious rainwater. The Boca Grande Lighthouse and the Assistant Lighthouse Keeper's House, built in 1890, were the first two buildings on the island. Making sure that they and their families had a source of fresh water was essential. The original architectural plans showed two water cisterns built below each house. They were designed to capture and store rainwater. These large wooden water storage tanks, called cisterns, were 9 feet wide and almost 6 feet tall. Each held about 2,000 gallons of water. When the rains came, the water would run off the roof into special gutters that directed the water into the cisterns. This provided the lighthouse keeper and assistant lighthouse keeper and their families with a ready source of fresh water for drinking, cooking, and cleaning. The two large water storage tanks that you see here today are examples of water storage units. Each one would hold the equivalent of what the two underneath of the building storage tanks would have held. We hope that you'll come to the Boca Grande Lighthouse Museum soon and visit us here at Gasparilla Island State Park so that you can learn more about this island's interesting history.